You know who would be on time? People on NASCAR.
Don't worry, we are gonna aim for it on Saturday.
We are checking.
Caddy Sleeves, who was playing my draft earlier on, said he would play on Saturday as well. So there's another one. He's got NASCAR.
I'm still debating it. I want to, but if it was a little bit cheaper, I definitely would have. But
Is it like a full $70?
Yeah.
It's made by iRacing though. They're going full price on everything.
Yeah, no.
Is this
When are you
loud
doing
enough?
on Saturday?
if this sweat bitch over here would be interested in
Yeah.
buying it, then it would be a lot better.
That's you, Hamp.
But no,
I'll be
I
honest.
don't really want to.
No, because I know I won't play it.
Absolute scummer.
I'd say a 10-hour free trial is perfect. But
It would have been. Yeah, it would have been. All right.
fucking. Oh, it's because I never put the fucking settings on. That would be why. I'll just do that.
What a stupid idiot.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. When you invite since you're both appearing offline.
I got you.
Slop on my knob.
Yes.
Oh, Comas is in my DMs now.
Why?
I think he's about to try and offer us Dallas Goddard because he's just asked if I need a new tight end or left tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, the Dallas Goddard is about to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. I don't know. I don't think you even want him, would you?
I've literally got Ryan with
it's
Johnny
true.
Smith and Darnell Washington. I mean, I know I'm losing Johnny Smith at the end of the season, but I'll probably pick one up in the draft. And me 1-2 is going to be Pat and Darnell.
Patrick. All right.
I think the left tackle he's on a boot, though, even though I probably don't need him.
Kieran is here.
I know. I said you probably set like 15 alarms, mate.
Yeah.
So who's missing then?
All right. We're all set. We're all comfortable. It's a wonderful night for some racing. Wow.
Shut up before I give your mother hepatitis.
Okay,
Oh.
you wouldn't do that. You like her.
Jesus.
She's known you for too long. You wouldn't do that to her.
Jesus.
Who are we missing, Dan? We got people joining us for during quali, I imagine.
I haven't had anybody say one way or another. Let's see. MJD's on his way.
Did he?
Yep.
I thought he was in prison.
Let's see. We're missing Rye. Rye.
No. Where are you,
he's-
Rye?
Reese.
Where are you?
Where
Who's
are
Rice?
you?
Oh,
On by
right.
who's Rice? I invited him.
Yeah, he's going to join and say absolutely sweet nothing, Ryan. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
You all wondered where he was. I'm just doing you all a favor.
No one wondered. No one asked. No one wondered.
Yeah, Dan literally said, "Where's Rice?"
No. Okay.
We've got MJD and Hippo at the bottom as well. Oh, we're up to 17 now. There's Rye. Rye just joined.
Mm-hmm. We just need.
We're at 17 right now, Dan.
Just talking to you. I'm just asking if vandalism stop.
Oh, I thought you may be saying we're just going to be joining. but
Please stop.
I was going to say 17's a good turnout.
We need Hippo and Rye to pick cards.
Hippo and Rye. Earth to Hippo and Rye. Rye and Hippo. Thank you, Hippo. Earth to Rye. Earth to Rye. Oh, yes. There we go. We're all good, Dan.
Yep, let me just make sure.
I'm surprised. Is Abu Dhabi like a popular track then? For so much fucking turnout. People seem to. People avoided Monaco last week. You weak-minded so-and-so. Some of you avoiding Monaco, and now look at you, all here for Abu Dhabi. Shocking, really.
It's a fun track. It's got a little bit of everything, too. It's got like fast corners, slow corners, big straights. But, yeah, no, it's everybody likes it because it's always the penultimate race of the season, or the final race of the season, sorry, so it's driven a lot.
They paid good money for that, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. I can't quite believe my eyes. We're actually going to be on time for a quali and a race.
Dan,
we got it.
remind me quickly. Wilco 12, that's Wilkie, isn't it?
No, that is not.
Must not have him added then. I thought it'd be someone different, but
Yeah, Wilco 12 usually plays VFL midweek. He's a Welsh man, pretty sure. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
We are up and underway.
My goodness, mate! You should give everyone like a gold star or something, man, for being on time.
Yeah. Everybody gets half a point. Merry Christmas.
Wow. It is nearly Christmas. Just ask Guinea.
Oh, we might even get another.
Oh my! Why? Who's coming?
One of our new reserve guys, Alex Carew Goat.
That is a name.
Yeah.
It's certainly one of the names. All right. Well, thank you so much for the follow as well, Striker. Cheers. Zeds. Good luck, GP1. We appreciate that. I imagine you're in GP2, Striker. Best of luck to you tonight. If you're racing, said some of the, not all of it, but some of the riffraff down there will probably make you want to drive the car into the wall at high speed. Anyway, do I have game volume? I can't hear any game volume whatsoever. Abu Dhabi is just a library. It's just strange, isn't it? 29 laps. I mean, talk us through it, Batty or Dan. I mean, you said this track has got a little bit of everything, Dan, but like, is there safety car potential? Is there destruction potential? Is there multiple non-finish potential? What are we? Is this a clean race, an IQ? What is this race in general?
It's definitely one of those tracks where things can go wrong very quickly for you, but if you can keep it clean after lap 1, you're probably going to find success here. So there's multiple places to overtake. There's multiple places to get past. So you're going to see. You might not see the DRS trains that we're used to seeing sometimes, but yeah, you're going to see a lot of overtakes in this race, I think.
Well, I mean, different to last week then. So Monaco, it just felt like it was just pretty much like a linear race in terms of the aggression. It was very kind of. I mean, that is one pit exit, by the way. That's what we went for a tunnel to get out of the pit.
Yeah. There's a bit to comment. The hardest part of this track is probably the entry and the exit of the pit lane.
Pit lane, yeah.
Do you control the car when exiting the pit lane? Can you like speed into the wall by accident?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, dude, someone is going to die in the exit of the pit lane. I am calling it now. It is going to happen. There's no need to say anything more than that. You're racing in the Aston Martin in GP2. Shadows better get pole. I mean, Shadows had a very good race last week, in fairness. But I mean, we got some of the heavy hitters in today. VRL Kieran, who of course is looking like one of the potential favourites for the championship back. He said he's got a sleeping pattern of a New Zealander. Wasn't here last week, and effectively gave up some points to his rivals on the grid. But then you got this man, of course, in Dom Parry, who is back again. Chizzy, of course, another fantastic driver on his day, as is Tiller and even Rye. Again, I think for Rye and Craig, still kind of acclimatizing, adapting to the ability level, the trials and tribulations that GP1 possesses. Definitely they can feel the increase in quality from GP2 and GP3 upwards from last season. Again, even the middle of the pack tonight, I think it's going to be interesting. Bench warmer, we always say, one of the I think favorites on the grid. You want him to do so well, but you know, what is Abu Dhabi like for him? Is it a track that he enjoys? Is it one that he can be consistent on? Who knows? And of course, a big welcome to the new reserve driver tonight coming in at the def there, Alex Carew Goat 769. How will he do this evening? Paired up with MJD. But for Abu Dhabi, then, you know, Dan said it's you know, quite opposite to Monaco. It's got a bit of everything. 29 laps tonight. What is a good time at Abu Dhabi in ideal conditions that we're seeing here?
Yeah, this is the thing that I'm actually struggling with, because I don't know what a good time in the new layout is. Because the layout changed not this year but the year before, to try and make, you know, ever so slightly, there wasn't, you know, a big change like this section that Ferrari's coming up to now at the end of the big second straight. Used to be a lot more technical with a chicane in there somewhere. But yeah, I'll try and see if I can have a peep in the individual team chats, because the lads were talking about their times in there, so maybe we can get an idea from there. But yeah, regardless, I think, you know, it's a lot easier to hook this lap up than others on the calendar. So this is more of like a kind of true, like definitely, or as a, so you probably imagine like a 122 something is a very, very good time, and a 123.5 is decent. Or, but I watched that whole lap of Hippo and it looked pretty clean to me, so maybe even a mid 123 is a good time here. But,
okay. Well, yeah. Tiller as well, joining over 123.6, and then Shadow's going to there for 123.2 right out the gate. So there you go. The time's starting to be racked up and collected in. Of course, estimated race start time tonight, as always, 10 o'clock UK time, 5 p.m. US Eastern. Maybe even a little bit earlier today because of how on time we are. But again, you never know. Give people time to do their setups and whatnot. I mean, the usual kind of conversation is going to happen, isn't it? You know, who's going to get pole, who's going to get the top three. For this one tonight, you think the usual kind of names, but again, I think there's definitely more and more pressure week upon week now on Chizzy, who we thought when Lewis Welch kind of dipped out of the season and he wasn't going to return for season 2 of 25. We thought that's okay. That's when Chizzy is going to be back to his dominant best, you know, finishing 3, 4, 5 seconds ahead of second place, just completely running the show. But he's struggled. He has struggled with some of the kind of newcomers that are in. I mean, obviously Kieran, not new to the grid, but new to being a consistent and persistent winner. I think, you know, tonight he's going to need to kind of finish as high as humanly possible. And that's the thing with Kieran, is a great driver on his day, but, you know, he may lose this championship this season because of either A, silly mistakes on the grid, or B, his absolutely abhorrent sleeping pattern, which, again, as we said, is reminiscent of a New Zealander. This kid will get home and then will sleep from like 8 o'clock at night until like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't understand it. I don't get it. So you do that a couple of times this season, miss 3-4 races because of that, then you're in, you know, you're in the danger zone, because you won't have to catch up to some of these kind of consistent names that are always here. Chizzy, they're setting the new fastest lap of 123.056. So no one crossing into the 122s yet, but you would expect someone like Dom Parry and maybe even VRL Kieran to have some sort of say on that. But so for you, Batty, tonight, in terms of maybe the you talked about the pit lane and the exit the pit lane, that's going to be difficult, but is there a sector in particular that you look at this and say, all right, they're going to need to be a little bit careful, especially in the later laps if the tyres are a bit worn? What kind of area are we talking about then with this new kind of redevelopment of the track?
I would say it's probably the area around the start-finish straight. It's like, a couple of corners before and then a couple of corners, like the last 2 corners and like the first 2 corners. So like that area is probably the, where you're going to make the most mistakes, or be able to capitalise on somebody making a mistake. The rest of the lap, providing you just don't touch somebody at the wrong time, you should be fine. Maybe the big kind of spoon corner at the end of the second straight. You sometimes see some action there because people tend to dive down the inside and then make contact on what is already a very, very jittery corner. So, yeah. But apart from that, yeah, I think it's these last 2 corners before the straight, and then probably the first 2. Yeah, are the kind of bits of the lap where you're gonna make up the most time, naturally.
And there you go, and of course Kieran now out on his out lap also. Some pressure on him tonight to get back into winning ways. So far though, you look at the people that are in the 123s, if you want to call that the kind of, the ideal time to be in. Chizzy, Shadow Gunners, Dirty Hippo, Benchwarmer, Tiller, Dom, Parry and Rye, all in the 23s, with the rest of the grid so far in the 24s. I mean, tonight, Batty, as well, a good opportunity for people like Craig Art, people like maybe, someone like a DJ Class to kind of get themselves established.
Yeah.
I think, definitely 2 drivers, and as well, Jammy Dodger, another one actually for me. 3 drivers that you really want to see push on this season and continue to kind of show what they did in those lower divisions, those lower the race classes, you want to call them, from last season. So, I mean, do you think there's an expectation on someone like a Craig R, a DJ Class, a Rye, for those kind of like lower downs coming up from the season? Do you think there's an expectation on them to finish high today or not?
No, I would say, like, if I was them, I would want to think the complete opposite. It's your first kind of. I mean, I don't know how many races these guys do outside the league, but they're kind of held their own. You could argue that Craig and maybe Rye could have had higher finishes if they'd had slight more fortune wheel to wheel in previous weeks. But yeah, I think you just kind of want to see where you qualify and then try and make places up in the race. That's how I would approach it, definitely, because you're not going to win it in qualifying, and even if you do, you tend to put more pressure on yourself because you qualified well, and then you're like, oh fuck, no, I've got to back this up, and you start making some mistakes because you put absolute phenomenal time in that you can't replicate every lap. Speaking from experience here, so.
Oh well, there's Kieran, by the way, about a 122.5.
Yeah.
On point there. So the championship maybe contender favorite, depending who you are and how much stock you put into VRL Kieran, coming out with an absolute trailblazing time there, with just under or just about 8 minutes to go of qualifying remaining. Anyone here that you're looking at so far back that you're actually surprised at, either positively or negatively, with their quality time so far? Maybe Tiller and Dom Parry, 123.6 for both of those two. Should they be getting a little bit faster than that, do you reckon?
I think Tiller will probably be a little bit disappointed. Dom, I know, will be. He has used gone back-to-back hot laps, so that will, he's probably got 4 attempts in that time, without, if he does the exact same again, just in the tyres. But yeah, I think Shadow Gunners, I think if he can keep up this, qualifying in the top 4. Like, he put it pole last week, didn't he? So,
he did.
He didn't put it, nah, Dom got it, but he got the better start on the line, didn't he? So he was first into turn 1, yeah. So, I mean, if he just sticks it, up that area of the field more and more, like, one of these days, like, the cars are going to fall in a way where you do end up winning the race. It's just if he can maintain sort of hanging around Kissy, Kissy, Tiller, Hippo, Bench. In quality, I would expect Kieran to have,
The edge.
a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah.
Just down to age probably. But yeah, it's if he can just hang about in that pack from say 2nd to 8th consistently, then it's gonna prove a lot going forward. But yeah, bit of time there for Tiller. That's kind of what I would expect. Maybe he'll just dip into the 122s, but and then Hippo and Bench, they're both very good qualifiers as well. So I dare say they'll want to be closer to the 123 flats.
Yeah, everyone's favourite German in the Ferrari tonight, so far in 5th position with his qualifying time. Hell of a team that is. If they're both on form, Tiller and Dirty Hippo could really be a threat to the team championship this season. I do believe that. I think as well, Benchwarmer and Shadow Gunners continuing to, gain momentum every single week now. They look decent. So far, 4th and 6th for them in quali as well. Is it concerning, do you think, for the rest of the grid battle that we're talking about qualifying? Then you talked about the edge, Kieran having the edge because of his age, his reactions. But to be effectively half a second quicker than Chizzy on qualifying. Of course, Chizzy may not be pushing it completely to the max level, but is that concerning to see with 5 minutes to go how much faster Kieran just is?
No, you gotta remember, a lot of these guys are going through a season of Lewis Welch out qualifying the guy in 2nd by like a second. So if anything, this is like,
This is nice,
a wee bit nicer. Yeah. So it's like, Kieran, I think a lot of especially the guys at the top, they know how quick Kieran's 1 lap pace is. That's his strength. His weakness is his, consistent lap pace. So, I would expect if I was racing today that, the front 3 would probably be Kieran, Kizzy, and then Shadow or Bench, somebody like that, just because they seem to be, slightly better qualifiers than the rest of them. But yeah, you make up your time on Kieran when his tyres start to wear off. As long as he's got, grip, he's rapid. It's when the grip starts to fade away that he starts to make a few mistakes. So
we talk about maybe grip and tyres, and what would be your strategy tonight then? What is the Battista tyre strategy?
I like just putting as many laps on the hards as I can, so I'd probably go medium hard, something like that.
Would you agree with that, Dan, or would you go something different?
I think a lot of it's just race situation dependent because, you get a safety car and everything can completely flip here. If, you can maybe go medium, hard, medium, drag out the hards, maybe go through a bit of pain in the middle stint, and then, ramp it at the end. It's very dependent, I think, on how these guys feel on each different compound, of whether they prefer the hard, whether they prefer the medium. It really just depends.
Yeah.
Fair. Well,
it's
not
a
too long.
chance too. You could have, three stop here. You could go medium, soft, hard. Never know. That could be there's so many ways you can attack the pit stops this year. So we've seen it work last season, haven't we? A few weird strategies won the race.
Now, I know you talked about the exit of the pit lane, but are we talking again tonight? Are we going to see a bunch of 10-second penalties for speeding in the pit lane? Is the entry to this deceiving as well, where you're going to see maybe some of the top guys get clamped with 10-second penalties, or not so much?
I think you'll have a couple, but I don't think it'll be anywhere near as many as last week or sort of previous races. It's the entry angle into this pit lane. You more risk of taking your wing off on the outside.
It's very
than you
sharp.
are actually getting the 10-second. Yeah,
It is very sharp.
So
if I'm being honest, I think the angle of the pit lane kind of lends itself to helping you not get that 10-second penalty. So.
Yeah. True.
Oh.
It's whether I think you'll see it if people are too conscious that they're gonna hit the outside wall, kind of cut the corner off, and then put the power down too much going into the pit.
Yeah, you really got to send it across that line to.
Yeah.
Well, we're nearly at the point of finding out who tonight is going to take home the crown at Abu Dhabi. 2 minutes left of qualifying before we head on into our main event, our main course of the evening. 29 laps around Abu Dhabi. Anything from GP2, Matt, of interest? No? Yes?
Say that again, sir.
Anything of interest in GP2 or sweet fuck all, mate? What we saying?
Just getting through qualifying at the moment. Got that 3.5 minutes left. So.
Who's leading the way so far?
At the moment, we've got Rossi Wow, JD second.
What is the top time for you right now? Because we've got a 1:22.5. What are you guys looking like over there?
1:23.4 is the fastest at the moment.
Okay. Well, I'd say, yeah. I mean, again, you're talking like Dirty Hippo level standard there. So, I mean, yeah, that's, you know, it's decent. It's not bad at all for GP2. So, again, the GP2 guys, we may be looking at Kieran like he's possessed by fucking a racing demon or something with a 1:22.5. Stuff of nightmares. But it's always fun to kind of see
Mr. New Resolve has put it very close to Kieran now, actually.
Oh, well, Jesus Christ, you're right. A 1:22.7 for Alex Carew. What can you tell us about this new guy then, Dan? I mean, obviously, did he submit the time trials to you? What made you kind of look at him and go, yeah, this is someone very good?
The sub 138 time, or the sub 139 time at Baku was rather impressive. So,
Kieran then must have heard that and felt offended, Dan, because he's just gone forward and set a 1:22.3, so dropped his time by another 0.2 of a second.
About to start flying in here, everybody out with the final seconds in qualifying. But yeah, he came in last week and took his sweet time putting his times in, but finally got it sorted. And yeah, he's off to a great start.
Yeah, no doubt. He could be one to watch. The dark horse.
Not sure how much he's up at the minute, but
quite the opposite there from Alex Carew, who just went completely wide there. Oh Jesus, Chris Chissy is moving like a man possessed here. So let's see if he's about to break this 1:22 barrier or not. He is zooming around these corners.
Just a little bit of time though. That was clean though.
Yeah, that was very clean. Time to take a look and see how good this actually was.
Oh, lovely thing.
It's a great exit there.
As good as you can hit.
And there you go, 1:22.6, just pips Alex Carew. That's why you never count out Chizzy whatsoever. Hell of a final sector there from the Red Bull. There you go, Kieran, Chizzy, and Alex Carew making up the podium in qualifying here. So maybe for Shadow Gunners, Tiller, Dom Parry, maybe a little bit of a fight on their hands tonight. 18 locked in for this 29 lapper in Abu Dhabi tonight. Best of luck to you all, and please, a big reminder, do not ready up before we give you the go ahead, okay? So do your setups, but do not ready up. We will yell at you if you do. Adversary as well deciding tonight, you know what, we'll let God take the wheel. I'm not even going to set a time. We start at the back, we avoid all the chaos. Smart man.
Go ahead and arm the timer.
That as well for someone, well, some of the guys at the bottom as well, Stocky and Liam Y. Wonder what they'll be feeling seeing some of those times tonight. Some great driving and qualifying, as always, when the real race starts and the action gets a little bit heated. What happens there? Do you mean to get these times, Dan, or have you got them?
Yep, I got them.
All right, wonderful.
Well, let my stream on so I don't get clipped.
Magical news.
All right, well, fellas, do your setups. Do not ready up, but do your setups, and then when it's time, the wonderful folks over here will tell you that it's lights out. Thank you, DJ Class, as well, for the follow 18 minutes ago. Let's see what goes on here then. Absolutely.
As soon as we hit the grid, I'll get the stopwatch out.
I'm hoping it doesn't put me in a car here. I don't know if I joined in time. I'm not in a car. We're good.
Magical news. Starting on pole from Scotland.
Facing the other way.
Armed with a tricycle.
I don't even think I've had a fucking. I think when I ended up winning the fucking thing, I don't even think I put it pole once. Fucking old
Sounds
man
like you.
fucking reactions, man. Not a fucking hope in hell.
The George Russell of the former VFL grid shows up, gets P3,
My
goes
normal
home.
shit was like, yeah, qualify fucking ninth, somehow get third. That was what.
Answers no questions. Goes
Yeah.
home. God.
Well, it should be relatively
there.
interesting to see who dies and who survives on the first corner. Always the brilliance of that. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do.
Be up and underway shortly.
No worries. Again, fellas, make sure you're confident, committed to your tyre strategies. And people like Surty, time and time again, previous weeks, come up and be like, "Hey, Patty, give me a tyre strategy." Which Patty just responds by spitting at them. So, you know, have your own strategy ready, fellas. No one's giving you help here. Ask your teammates. All right. Well, it seems like we're there, Dan. Is that good? Is that correct?
Yep. We're
Okay.
there.
Right. Fuck it. It took me by surprise there. All right. We're here. I thought someone did a naughty there. All right. Then we're off and underway, and everything is enabled. Let's have a look at this first corner. Any danger here? Someone's gone a bit wide, but no carnage yet. Predominantly a medium grid here tonight, Dan and Batty. Dom Parry, the only man on softs, with Chizzy, Alex Caru, Rye, and MJD on hards. What do you make of the lay of the land on the tyre strategy? Do you like that soft approach from Dom Parry? What's your instant thoughts?
It's a very dumb thing to do. That's my initial thoughts. Just does the opposite to everybody else. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a medium, a soft medium, and then a big hard stint in there somewhere. But yeah, it's. I don't hate it. I mean, he has to make progress early on if he's going to commit.
Oh, there's been a contact, and DJ Class is in the wall as he's been spun in. A clip on the rear wheel there. Just caught the back end of that collision. And someone's wing has just gone flying as well here in around about the 10th to 15th position marker.
There's chaos everywhere right now. I think Dom's got damage.
Yeah, I think Dom was the wing that we saw go flying, and
he's driving like he's got damage.
Oh yeah, and he's getting some bumper car action here behind him. Absolutely is. Dom Parry continues to lose some time here. So don't forget, any incidents you think that should be regarded as incidents, clip them, send them into the FIA afterwards. They will be reviewed and adjudicated properly. But right now, very much a compact race. Everyone side by side with one another. Let's go back up to the top of the grid here as Chizzy is still chasing down VRL Kieran. Only about half a second underneath them as Ryan Hippo. There's more and more overtakes coming in. So far, these kind of sharp turns and corners really catching some of the drivers out here so far. Dom Parry continues to struggle with that wing damage. Rye there just been overtaken by Hippo in the Ferrari once again. So keep an eye out for these Ferraris and Aston Martins tonight. Absolutely. Those are the two teams I'm thinking could be in form here tonight. no doubt.
Dom's wing actually looks half decent. I think he may have just lit up the tires at one point and lost a few positions because of it. But yeah, he's fought his way back and gotten a couple, but he's dropped a lot.
And Mr. DZR has just got into the wall there, and he has just been overtaken by DJ Class. So maybe came out of that corner a little bit too stringently, as DJ Class now has been overtaken by Mr. DZR. So a little bit of a fight there at the back of the pack as well. First penalty of the evening, Jammy Dodger, 3-second penalty for multiple warnings there in the Kick Sauber in 11th. Not going to be doing the Kick Sauber too much help or justice to climb up the team constructors, but you know, plenty of time still. A lot of people here on the track still, more than likely, more or less, going to be feeling the pain of those penalties as well. But so 3 laps in, a lot of time to go, a lot of laps to go. Interesting kind of lay of the land so far. Craig R in 10th position, Dom Parry in 12th position. Those are the two kind of standout names there. You can see Adversary as well in 14th position, who has had some great races in the past. Great to see TRC Victory up there in the top 10 so far. Alex Caru as well, the new boy, as a reserve driver in there and battling with Benchwarmer right now. They are neck and neck with one another. So a bit of a train forming here. As Roll and Rye has just been spun out there by Hippo. I didn't see Hippo's contact, but Rye absolutely ate some contact there. Skimmed all the way off to the left-hand side. And said those kind of incidents could be piling up and up here tonight, you two.
I was going to say, Connie, you might need to sharpen your pencils.
Yeah. And we've just seen that Dirty Hippo is pitting here. So we're going to see what he's going to opt to do. As the Ferrari is maybe taking some damage there from that collision. So everyone's favourite German here, getting stocked up and going on to hards for what you could imagine is probably going to be the majority of the middle section of this race. Maybe 16 laps or so from those hard tyres, if you can squeeze that out, and then go on to the final kind of 9 laps with mediums perhaps, but only he knows what his strategy is going to be. We've got a bit of an overtake here.
Reeled in about 4 tenths on Kieran at the front. He's still suffering from the tire offset, but that's going to go slowly in his favor as we continue along.
Yeah, and of course you got Shadows and Benchwarmer there now, very much helping one another. The team in 5th and 6th as TRC Victory has just taken over Craig R from 9th to 8th in the Mercedes. Rye as well in the Kick Sauber, waving the flag, waving the green flag of the brand in 7th. Jammy Dodger not doing too bad either in 11th position. Would love to try and get further into the top 10, get as many points as possible to offset that 3-second penalty here tonight. But yeah, I'm very intrigued. 5 laps in, see a little bit of everything. You see some great racing, you see some dirty racing, some elbows coming out, some sharp turns, some wings flying. It's a track that you said, Dan, has everything. We'll be seeing a race so far. It's had a lot of everything. Just missing a safety car, and we've got it all.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how much Kieran and Chizzy work together at the front to just build on this gap from Tilla behind and just separate themselves from the rest of the field. They got it up to 2.1 seconds now, which is only a gap of 1.1 seconds just a couple of corners ago. So definitely a mistake from Tilla there somewhere.
Alex Caru getting the overtake on Tilla as well there, Dan. Yeah. So really nice use of that straight there. And now the new boy, maybe with his next target laser locked on. Watch out, Chizzy. Could be on your tail here. Going back through the grid here as well. See if there's any fights happening. Dom Parry and Jammy Dodger very much right next to one another. And you've now had Rye overtake TRC Victory. So the Kick Sauber and the Merc there. You overtake me and then I overtake you and so forth and so forth. Need to push into the top 10. Dom Parry there continuing to fight against Jammy Dodger. Adversary and Liam Y as well, kind of close to each other. Adversary kind of watching this fight, this battle between Dom and Jammy unfold. Trying to maybe pick his moment. TRC Victory. Welcome to Club de Penalty. There's another 3-second time penalty that hits the grid. Multiple warnings.
Kieran spinned it.
And Kieran has spun his car. It's a typical VRL Kieran mistake. Either his sleeping pattern
And he's missing his whole wing. His whole wing is gone.
His whole wing is gone, and that could be Vieiro Kieran. This is where we're going to see what his mental fortitude is saying. Because realistically, since he missed last week, Dan and Batty, he can't afford to just sit there and retire. Oh, and now he's spun into the wall there. He can't afford...
He's pushing too hard.
Yeah, the thing with Kieran here is he can't afford to just sit there, get into the pits and retire because he lost so many points or lost out on so many points last week. He's going to have to show us a little bit of mental strength here and complete this race. He's got to get in there, repair his wing and finish as high as humanly possible. That there, it feels like it only takes one mistake from these top names to throw away the chance of winning the race. I can tell you now, it doesn't feel like Kieran's going to win the race today because of that huge mistake. It would be a fantastic comeback if he does.
Absolute chaos. If you watch Liam right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. There's a train and a half there. Yeah. This is a little bit of bumping and grinding here on the sides as round to the right-hand side we go. Dom Parry is also involved in that.
Up to Kieran. This is going to be carnage.
Oh, no.
Kieran needs to get into the pits immediately.
Kieran needs to get in the pits.
He needs to get into the pits ASAP and get that wing repaired.
Just about to get there in time, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he's just
you lucky boy. Oh.
Yeah, he just got out of the way of the absolute riff-raff there. Dom Parry also going in. Kieran with a 10-second penalty in the pit lane. And Kieran has decided he isn't even going to go for points. He's retiring in the pit lane. Again, the mental strength of Kieran is something that's always going to be questioned. We know he's young. We know he's explosive. We know that he loses his head, his composure massively. We've seen it on F1, Madden, UFC. But that's a silly decision there from Kieran tonight. Kieran has decided, I can't win, so I'm not going to try. It's poor from Kieran because he needed to do well in that race. Even if you go and finish 6th, 7th, 5th, whatever, you get points. You get points from what you missed out on last week. Now he's going to walk away with no points this week. He was already being caught up last week. He's in a position where he could throw away the championship because of decisions like that. He has to get over himself. If you bin it and if you know, go into the wall or you oversteer, whatever the hell happened, you have to be able to get into the pits, repair it, and then finish as high as possible. Because you're going to feel like a real idiot, Kieran, if come the end of the season you lose the championship by 2, 3, 4 points. Because you're going to go back to this race in particular, or last week when you fell asleep and go, well, that's where I lost it. So you can only blame yourself, man. You got to get a little bit more resilient. But at least what that does do, Batty and Dan, is it opens up the conversation now to who is going to win this race. Chizzy, the one that's made headway at first, but the new boy, Alex Carew, right behind Chizzy and Tiller there, seeing those two speed off into the distance. So not much has changed. You just take Kieran's name out, replace it with Chizzy, and then put Alex Carew in that position as well. It will be quite something tonight if Alex Carew comes in, reserve driver, first race, and manages to pick up the victory here. That would be a real balls on the table type move. So far as well, you can see the Aston Martin, as we said earlier on, and that's a great move, by the way, from Alex Carew. Now takes first position. So now it's Chizzy, who's on the same level of
tyre. This battle may continue.
Yeah, I think it will. So they're on the same level of tyres, same hards, with the same amount of laps done. So this is going to be a real kind of racing affair tonight. It is. Tiller's going to need to try and make headway and take as much advantage of this as he possibly can. As Alex Carew takes a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and that will maybe light up a little bit of a smirk on Chizzy's face here. He knows how important that is. He's been in that position before where he's been leading the race and then gives away a 3-second penalty. Tiller then goes into the pits as well as the Shadow's gunner.
We're seeing a lot of track limits warnings at Latifi corner there, so I think guys are just, you know, maybe
Jamie Dodger and Liam Y also going in. So the medium 7 lap, 8 lap tires seemingly going to be enough for these guys, and they're going to switch out. You see a lot more hards now coming onto the track, so it seems like people are taking your advice, Dan. Medium, hard, medium, perhaps. Maybe suffer through that kind of middle section and then go from there. Liam going out into fresh medium, so there you go. He's opting to stay on the same compound as Jamie Dodger there exits the pits, and we're right back into where we were.
And that protects you from the safety car as well, because if you go onto the hard tire and, you know, safety car comes out within the next 5-6 laps, you can just head back in, slap on another set of hards or another set of medium, whatever you want to do, probably another set of hards, but you're still fine. You've still done your 2 compounds. Meanwhile, if the hard runner, you know, goes in and throws mediums on, he has to, you know, go back in, and then it's kind of, then what do you do?
See this much quicker, then keep your eye on that 3rd and 4th position battle. Benchwarmer and Rye are really, really going breakneck speeds here, trying to kind of take over one another.
Chiz is going to go for the undercut on Alex.
Well, let's have a look here at Chiz, and Chiz going to go into the pit lane, but what tyres? Benchwarmer takes a 3-second penalty as well, multiple warnings, and there is Chizzy out on mediums. So he says, I will catch you as those hards begin to kind of hit their peak. Again, realistically, how many? I mean, we saw people going with 8-lap mediums. There's still people out there with 9-lap mediums. How many laps can you get here with the mediums, do you think?
I mean, if they're all going in at the same time, that's normally tailing. Higher fuel load is going to put a wee bit more wear into the tyre, so I'd say like 10 laps. If you could probably, you know, yeah, I'd say lap 19, you could probably wipe the mediums on to the end. Now, the issue is for like the final 4 laps, the hards are going to be quicker. So, if not, the final 5. So, it depends on your setup, depends on like how much kind of clean air you've got, how much stress you put under these tyres here. This is where everybody's got to kind of just think about their own race, in this stint in particular. You know, the way I always think to myself is the first stint is survival, second stint is, okay, just, I'm going to do my own thing, and then you make all the risky decisions in the last stint of the race. Well, that's that battle back in the middle of the field here, pretty much about is underway. Dom Parry, TRC Victory, and Craig Art all kind of bunched up towards one another.
Yeah.
Dom Parry breaking back into the top 10. He's on his way, boys. Said still 18 laps to go as we've crossed the 33% mark of this one tonight. And
yeah, you talked about mental fortitude with Kieran. I mean, if there's anybody on this grid that the 3 of us sat here can confidently say can make a comeback drive, it is Dom. So
100%.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to need to start picking up some time here, no doubt. Can't sit in 10th place forever, but it is a slow burn, absolutely. Looking there at Dirty Hippo, looking for the overtake on Rye here in the kick Sauber.
About to take place.
And he is speeding. They're getting tight here. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, he went wide. He went very wide.
That was always going to end in tears.
He somehow survived, though. How's he not... How's he...
each other enough room, though.
How in the hell has he not maybe binned it into the wall? I mean,
I'm very surprised that one of them is, like, none of them are dead.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any wing damage either.
As soon as I saw the fucking car move at that highest speed, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, the Alpine's got a missing end plate, so he's going to be feeling it here for a sec. But he does need to pit anyway, so that might not be the worst thing ever.
2 birds with 1 stone. Chizzy there set the best time tonight, officially over 126.2. That one carries on as Jammy Dodger eats another 3-second time penalty there. Multiple warnings once again. Alex Caru so far high and above, clear. Those tyres will slow him down though eventually. And we've got more overtakes going on here. MJD and Craig now battling in 8th and 9th. Oh! And MJD has just clipped and has spun here.
MJD was going to try to stick it out another lap with that wing damage and the older tires, and tried to go wheel to wheel with Craig and just got pinned to the inside. I don't know if they made contact or if he just lit it up, but either way.
Definitely thought there was a bump there in that exchange. It didn't,
it
didn't feel
very
that
well
way.
May have been.
A quick reminder here on the time penalties here tonight. 3 seconds for Alex Caru, 3 seconds for Benchwarmer, 3 for Victory, 6 for Jammy Dodger, 3 for MJD, and 13 seconds for T-Stocky after getting the only speeding in the pit lane penalty tonight. So Naughty Naughty on T Stocky, 12 laps in here, still 17 to go. And you are going to start on another 3 seconds for Jammy Dodger there. You're going to start to look at maybe people like MJD and Alex Caru in particular, and Mr. DZR. 11 laps on the mediums here. Those 3 names going to maybe start to think in the next lap or so about when they should be pitting. If not, I need to pit. You know, it's one of those. Hards can go a little bit longer, but 11 laps on mediums, you are really risking it. You are.
Yeah.
So you said, been any terrorism dive bombs by Dom? There have not been any terrorism dive bombs by Dom. He was actually a victim of terrorism. Yeah, he was in the opening couple of laps. He was involved in a war or so, but he's climbing his way back up in 9th at this minute in time. Here in the Williams 30. Should have been here today, mate. Could have had a lobby in 19. We missed your I don't know, your intermediate tyre meme. That's what we missed. So far, though, after Kieran retires in the pits, Alex Caru 13 seconds ahead. But that was 14 seconds at one point. Chizzy is starting to catch him. There's that difference in tyre, medium to hard. And we'll just stick with Rye for the minute here as well. He's looking to break up that 4-5 positioning of the Aston Martin as he goes for the overtake here on the inside and gets around him. So Rye there up into 5th position. And a lovely kind of glide around that corner there. Bench warming out. Very much just to fight his way back in front. See if he can get that moving, get that going. We'll go back to that kind of race at the top of the table as well. Once we see Alex Caru eventually pit, that is when Chizzy is going to be fully activated, I think, into this race. So there you go. So it's all things you love to hear. I would have just forgot the time. I just forgot the time. Fair enough. Well, you got to open your eyes, son. Same time every week. How you forgetting? Naughty, naughty. Well, are you surprised, Batty and Dan? Only one retirement / death. We'll put it in the same bracket so far, with half the race done effectively. Does that surprise you?
Yeah. I'm very shocked that nobody died when they went 3 wide though.
Oh,
If that's F1 2-3 years ago, like at least 2 cars are dying.
Oh yeah. Well, and the game too would have processed it differently. That would have been red flag, cancel the race. Like it would have just like the game would have not been having any of it. But GFC Victor has just gotten 2 moves done in 1, by the way.
He's having a great race tonight, Victory in the Merc.
He is having a great race, yeah. He's got a little bit of defending to do here, though.
So a bit of concern there if I'm Kizzy, though. I want to be taking more out of crew, so I'm not sure what kind of pace both these are got. Like, whether Kizzy's just taking it easy or not, but to not have only have taken out, you know, 5 seconds and 4 laps.
There could be
a bit of concern for me.
Could be an indication that he's also trying to milk those tires to get to another set of mediums.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to have the tire offset at the end of the race between the mediums and maybe another set of hards. So maybe he wants to be on the same tire as Alex come the final few laps. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Alex has to go on mediums, right? So
yeah.
But judging by it now, you're probably thinking it's a 1-stop.
Yeah.
If you're Kissy, like, I think now you're like, right, well, if he ain't gone in by now, he's absolutely doing a 1-stop. I need to hammer it.
Yeah.
Well, another time penalty there. This time for Mr. DZR, who has continued out still on those 14-lap-old mediums. He continues to say...
He's just now
he's just gone into the pits. Commentator's curse. There you go. So into bits and onto hards here. So, 14 laps on the hards. I mean, he could probably make that work, couldn't he? For the entire rest of the race. So, or does he need to change tyre again after this? It's his first tyre change.
Yeah, you could say. I mean, if you look at the leader, he's on 15.
Yeah, I think he can make these work
now,
then.
So
you can absolutely make these work then. So, see how that pans out for him. He can get any positions here on DJ Clarkson T Stocky. Going back around the grid here, and there's no real battles happening at this minute in time after a couple of pits, but will stick on board with Dirty Hippo, but then again, Rye has just been overtaken by Benchwarmer. Benchwarmer is Shadow's gunner today. We talk about maybe sometimes they lack the consistency in races. These two, for the entirety of today, have been in that same position, 4-5 for the Aston Martin. This is a great day for the Aston Martin. It's a great day for the Red Bull. I think if Dirty Hippo can get a couple more spaces up there, it's a great day for the Ferrari as well. Like, there's a lot of teams here tonight that are having a good day, no doubts.
Yeah, we've been kind of talking about the drivers' championship with Kieran and Chizzy, but the constructors' championship is going to be extremely interesting to look at after this race because of how much I think the introduction of being able to kind of pick your teammate has led to these pairings where you just get consistency, and the Constructors Championship is absolutely going to show that, where you get 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 teams as Rye goes for a move on Benchwarmer and makes a little bit of contact.
It didn't look like from Rye's camera that he clipped him, but maybe Benchwarmers would be different. Looked like it was cleaned on the inside there, but
yeah, maybe just a little move to the inside just to make sure he wasn't going to hit him.
Jamie Dodger has just seemingly overtaken Liam Y as well. I mean, the question keeps on beckoning here, Dan and Batty. 16 laps now for Alex Caro. How many more is he going to be able to get away with on those hard tyres? MJD also on 15 laps. They're down in 14th.
Yeah. I think he goes in this lap, yeah. I think, I don't know, because I need to go and have a look at Dom. Dom's in the hardest set of mediums and he's kind of struggling. So, if Carey feels good, then I'd do another couple, and then just, you don't even have to care about the state of these mediums to the end of the race.
It's true.
Thing is, too, is if he has anyone in his ear saying that, hey, that McLaren down at the bottom did 15 laps on the mediums, he should already be keyed in to know, all right, well, I'm in my window here to clearly get the mediums to the end and still come out with potentially a 10-second gap behind him. If you're Chizzy, though, you're you're in a kind of a double-edged sword here. If you go in, you're going to maintain the gap between the two. If you stay out, then you're going to be driving on threads by the end of the race. So
right now, with 11 laps to go, every lap that Karu continues onwards is another. It's like a game of chicken. It's a game of chicken between Karu and Chizzy as to who is actually going to go in first and who's going to force the other one to go in first, because you have to take into account that 3-second penalty. Ryan's just also picked one up there. Right now, the gap between Karu and Chizzy is down to about 5.7 seconds with that 3-second time penalty. So, does Chizzy have enough time to go in and outdo Alex Karu? But we're talking about enough time. 5 seconds he's got to make up in these next kind of 11 laps, which is easier said than done. You see a bunch of people going into the pits here. Rye's come out on fresh hards. Dom Parry, who had 11-lap-old mediums, is going on to a fresh set of mediums to end his race. 11 laps on the mediums there. Another 11 laps could be just what the doctor ordered. Liam Y, of course, on fresh hards, but he's already done 1 lap. And
front right is really starting to grain of the leader now.
So look, and MJD there has crashed out. Yes, the car there has gone into the wall, so that is potentially a safety car or nothing. What's going on there?
I think it's a VSC.
Yeah, the virtual safety car comes in.
That's going to give Alex to... Oh, jeez. I mean, that's got to be crushing for Chizzy, I think. Alex is in the pits.
Absolutely. And that is huge for the new boy.
Chizzy's also in the pits.
Yeah, I think
Chizzy's also in.
Yeah, Chizzy just about gets there and now will have the opportunity to go on. So this is the thing. Can you get away with 10? Can you go on softs here and get away with 10 laps, or is he going to have to go on mediums? Go on hards. What do you think of that?
I like it.
I think for Chizzy, because you're so far behind, you're 10 seconds behind, you've got to push him. You have to push all the way to the end.
Well, look at that from Tiller.
You can put these hard on.
That's the strategy. I thought that was what Chizzy was going to do. Tiller in third, coming out in softs. So Tiller liking his chances here to maybe go and catch up and and take maybe a second place finish here from Chizzy tonight. That is going to be interesting. It's going to be a real...
And the softs is going to be so...
that is going to be difficult. That's going to be very difficult. It's going to test your racing IQ, absolutely.
Thing is,
I wouldn't be surprised he's just going for fastest lap.
The thing is, too, is that outside of the front two, the VSC ended as soon as Chizzy exited the pit lane. So everybody else has been caught in the pits because the VSC just didn't last anything. So we've got a huge shakeup now of people in different places, of tires all over the place, as Dom Perry goes for a Jesus almighty send. And he just got 2 and 1. What a move from the Williams.
And DJ Class there has seemingly
that one's in the
retired in the pits as well. So it took some time.
Get on Dom.
Yeah, we're watching the same bit of track.
We're on to Dirty Hippo and Dom Hill. It's a tight one. Got a good bit of camera angle here.
Involved.
Yeah, T Stocky's got the absolute action reel highlight camera here, but go back over to Dirty Hippo. He's going for the move here on Dom Parry and does indeed get it. There's the Ferrari sailing on by. Dom has continued to hit these corners just so brilliantly. He just glides through to the right-hand side there. As T Stocky now starts to lose sight of a potential top 10 placement. Oh, that's going to be tight. That's going to be really tight. Between Dom Parry and Dirty Hippo, these two are consistently
so hard to race through this section.
Trading paint with one another at some points. Craig R there, by the way, just taking over Benchwarmer in the Aston Martin. Up to 6th position now is the Red Bull. There's a pit lane entry there for Adversary, who's gone silently under the radar tonight for how consistent he's been. Drops back down, of course, into 10th position or lower, but again, was at 6th or 7th place at one point this race tonight. It can definitely feel like he's going to be on the points here if he keeps this going. But that battle between Dom Parry and Hippo will continue. TRC Victory with a crashing 3-second penalty there. And so far, Chizzy just trying to find his rival Alex Carew here, who is making headway on those mediums. Reminder on the penalties one more time again today. Alex Carew 3 seconds, Rye 3 seconds, Benchwarmer 3 seconds, 6 seconds for TRC Victory, 13 seconds for Stocky, 9 for Jammy Dodger, and there has been another retirement. I believe it was NJD, I think there is just retired.
Yeah, and looking back at the front, if you were wondering, Alex has just sent the fastest lap of the race, so Chizzy is not making inroads into that 8-second lead at the front.
Well, the way he's got to look at this is just say to himself, it's not 8 seconds, I've got to be looking at this at 4 seconds. Can I find a way to catch or gain 4 to 5 seconds on someone like Alex Carew, who is kind of relatively unknown, but is putting in a hell of a performance here tonight. DJ Class saying, gotta love avoiding the crashed car, so go wide, so then get a 3-second penalty and get an illegal overtake on the crashed car and get a drive-through. You've just been EA Sports, my friend. It's in the game. Hold. 1-0 to EA. 1-0 to Vancouver? I don't know what to tell you, man. Well, yeah, it sucks, DJ, but, I mean, fucking EA and F1, dude. What do you want me to say? You know?
Yeah, not much you can do on that one.
PRC Victory here, and oh my goodness, they are trading paint as well. Look at these, look, so many people getting
Craig and Bench going back and forth.
Yeah, we'll stick with that one then as well. Go up here, still nothing to really see. Alex Carew, very much having a wonderful time. As you set a 125.2 in that one there, as TRC Victory and Adversary and Liam Y are all having a bit of a battle here at the back of the track. So I was going to say stick with that, but now they're peeling away from him, poor guy. Just when he thought he was going to be on the big screen on the camera, nothing.
He kicked those sauce way too much. Yep.
Wow.
I was going to say he was really struggling at points there. I think he was really trying to not overheat those soft tyres.
I mean, what a moment that could be for Shadow's Gunner, by the way. 3rd place now. Go on, Ben.
Respect to Tilla, though, for, you know, being in the Ferrari and then completing a Ferrari strategy. So, very well done to him. Appreciate the realism.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. Yeah, he was just struggling like mad. I was watching his kind of gap to see if he was losing time to Chizzy pretty much from the start. of the both stints. So yeah, it wasn't gonna go well, but
Be interesting to hear from him later if
Yeah.
he maybe selected the wrong tire heading into the pits.
yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah.
He's flicked over too frantically, you know, like one of those where you're on a fucking, you can see you're on the intermediates, and you're like, oh fuck, anything will do here. You know?
I wonder if the VSC just kind of caught him off guard. He was maybe in a
Yeah.
section of the track where it's hard to, kind of navigate your MFD, and yeah, probably unfortunate for him.
Well, as of right
Yeah.
now, with 6 laps to go, Alex Caru looking like he is gone for the win. And, I mean, that is a great way to make your debut if it is going to be a race win here tonight in Abu Dhabi. And I think the stories of this one tonight, Shadow's Gunner looking like he's on confidently for podium. And I think it's off Craig R, currently will finish above Rye due to that penalty that Rye is serving 3 seconds as of now.
GP2, GP2 and GP3 champions both getting a top 5.
Yeah, it'd be
bloody brilliant.
It'd be great, yeah, absolutely. I think as well, the mistake from Tiller, if it is a incorrect tyre selection, will cost the Ferrari valuable points. But I think Dirty Hippo tonight as well, Neymar Marcel has been pretty consistent. He's been around that kind of 6th to 9th region. So both the Ferraris getting into the top 10, points on the board is always good. Same for the Aston Martin, same for the Red Bull. If it isn't going to be a race win tonight for Chizzy, then at least they're going to get some points in that very tight Team Constructors race. And I think realistically it opens up the question, doesn't it, Dan? I mean, how impressed have you been with Alex Caru today? Has he won this race, or have others lost this race, if you want to word it that way?
I mean, I think we can see from the difference that he's been able to put between himself and Chizzy after the VSC. I mean, he's already got 1 foot on his super yacht out of the marina. So, yeah, great race from him. Unlucky at the start, fell back, maybe just had a bad start, a little bit of wheel spin, but fought his way through to have a commanding lead out front now.
Dom Parry there in the middle of that has just taken a 3-second time penalty, who, again, may not finish, in the position he wants to finish today, but has recovered quite well, considering he was in the trenches earlier on in the early laps. So far, though, it's all looking good. It's all looking consistent. There's a bit of a battle here, continue on between Benchwarmer and Craig R. While that happens, while we're watching that, Matt, anything interesting in GP2? Who's leading the way? Any incidents? Give us some sort of insight here.
There was an incident right at the very beginning of turn 1. Two
Of course
people
there fucking
died.
was.
They've had a bit of a whinge and moan at each other in the chat.
Give us
They're
names,
blaming
Matt.
each other.
Spill the tea, son.
Luca and Pascal.
No.
So they locked up tyres going into the turn, and then no, it was your fault. No, it was your fault. Where? And then they both ended up out of the race. So
Who's leading the race so far, Matt?
at the moment it is J Diak.
Oh, Johnny
So-
Diak. Oh, and Dom Parry is just smashed into the wall there, and that is a lot of material flying off the
Yeah.
car.
All of his wing.
Yeah, the entire wing
All the
gonzo.
wing.
He overcooked it going for a move on the Mercedes and just locked the tires, I think. Flew right into the wall.
Yep. Oh dear God. Yep. Oh, and now his wheel is gone. Yep, he couldn't turn to save his life, and Dom Parry is out of this one tonight. Are we seeing any indication of a safety car or a virtual
No.
safety car from that?
Nope,
No.
he's just disappeared. He's gone.
There you go.
They're
His
probably
car is-
right at the point where they won't bring the safety car out, to be
Yeah.
fair.
I think if that happened a lap earlier, we would have had an interesting ending to this race.
100,000%. Feel for Dom Parry tonight though, because again he did really well after that commotion in the early segments of this race as well. But yeah, in the end, like you said, just overcooked it and lost his wing, and then from there, trying to turn at all is always going to be a challenge, to say the very least. Right now, of course, Johnny Dodger is in the pits as he's gone out onto softs. Go on, Dan, what have you seen?
He's posted in the chat. He said love curbs, and I don't think he's talking about Blues radio commentator Chris Kerber. I think he loves the fact that he hit the inside curb of the chicane as you head onto that second straight, that thing will launch you into the sky.
Oh yeah.
Just saying, by the way, you keep an eye right now on
But you're
Benchwarmer
also
Craig.
saying then that he might not be talking about Nintendo gaming character Kirby either. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't really think he's a big fan of Montreal Canadiens winger Kirby Doc either.
I hope you both get into a car accident, man. Honestly, it's crazy. In game, obviously, we are playing F1. Like, if you've upset Guinea, for Christ's sake,
fan of the
lads.
Scottish Street game.
Oh, I hate. Just don't get involved. Don't you get involved. Shocking. Proper granddad humour here on the comms desk tonight. We love it. Dear God. Dear God.
The disappointment in your face on stream is incredible. Exactly what we needed.
That's what we're here for.
Siege?
Oh, please. There's a bit of a late train forming behind bench.
Jabba Dodge will have a 3-second penalty here again as well. I think in the end, Liam here may well get into the points because of the penalties that Victory has taken on, which is a big shame because I think TRC Victory for so much of this race tonight did have a good one. So, yeah. Oh, Blaze has just come into the chat and said, I don't have it installed. There you go, Ryan. That's for you, I think.
Oh, we've got contact. The
Contact.
Red Bull and the Ferrari have come together. Tilla's basically
Hey?
pushing Craig around the...
Well, we'll sit on board with that one. Or, yep, that's the only real kind of battle so far happening. I mean, you look at this then, Dan, from a winner's perspective. Alex Caro, of course, a standout today, but the Aston Martin and the Red Bull and the Ferrari, 3 teams that I think will be happy with their performance. Maybe Tiller, maybe a little bit less so because he felt like he could have maybe finished a tad higher, but to get both members of your team in the points, always good, no?
Oh, absolutely. Double points finish is what everyone's looking for, and at that point it's just a matter of, okay, who can take home the rest of them.
And we are going to see an overtake here once again. Tiller now taking that spot from Craig Art. Tiller going to maybe try and push this as close to Benchwarmer as he possibly can because of Benchwarmer's penalty times. Again, Rye and Benchwarmer 3 seconds apiece. Only clean races today that are still on the track. Chizzy, Shadow's Gunner, Tiller, Craig, Hippo, Adversary, and Liam Y05.
Oh, God. Yeah.
As Victory... oh, it's a shame. Victory eats another up to 9 seconds of pens now for him. 1 lap remaining. I mean, what do you think then, Dan? Alex Caro, is this going to be someone that you knock on the door of after tonight and offer a permanent spot to, or is that just not in the cards for him yet? What do you think?
It's gonna be up to him. I'll certainly have the conversation and see where his head's at. But if it's a permanent thing he wants, it's very likely gonna happen.
There you go. Contract offers being sent. Wow, unbelievable, Jeff. For Chizzy, it's another second place finish, but as we always see historically from one of our own commentators here tonight, you don't need to win races to win the championship. If Kieran keeps missing races because of his sleep pattern, if Kieran keeps missing races or missing out on points because he has an incident and then he wants to just quit 6 laps in, Chizzy may only need to... oh, well, look at that. That's not going to be too much of a difference there, but another 3-second penalty there for Alex Caro. Takes his penalties now up to 6 seconds. So that's even going to be more of a kicker to Chizzy. That's what I'm saying, but he doesn't need to win every week, does Chizzy. If he finishes second, the odd third, second, then wins 1 race towards the end, he's going to win the championship, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably go on average, like, I don't know, 2.8 is like your average position or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh, there's another one for
it,
Chizzy, so that there, offsetting the other one.
But yeah, you definitely don't have to win every race at all. Like, just minimalise the DNFs, and guess he's not one that DNFs very, very often anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But say the same like about, you know, Tiller and the other guys that are about there as well that have that sort of pace. That, you know, I mean, yeah, those other guys might have had too many incidents now where they might be too far behind, but anything can happen. We still got, what, 4 or 5 races left, so yeah, it's a lot of points still at stake. But yeah, I mean, attendance is the most important thing, and then just keep your nose clean is probably second. So
absolutely. Well, a big congratulations tonight then to the tonight reserve driver, maybe full-time permanent driver of Alex Caru Goat 769. First appearance on the grid, first win here tonight despite those 6-second time penalties. Raced consistently, raced as clean as he possibly could, and outweighted the mistakes from the likes of Vero, Kieran and Chizzy. Chizzy, of course, clenching second place again. It's starting to become a recurring theme. He collects silver medals on his day. There's Chizzy for Shadow's Gunner. Again, a really, really nice performance from him tonight. Is that back-to-back podiums for Shadow's Gunner, Dan?
No, remember he crashed in Monaco last week.
He did,
so.
yes. I'm thinking of the week before, aren't I? Something like that. So, but again, another third-place finish for him. May not be back-to-back, but he is continually improving. One of the most improved drivers that we've seen over the last kind of 4 months, I would say, is Shadow's Gunner. So you should be very happy with that one tonight. Third place for the Aston Martin. Rye taking 4th place. Great for him as a minnow coming up to GP1. Tiller in 5th. I think he'll be disappointed with that, but he'll be okay with it at the same time. It's not the worst position in the world for him. Benchwarmer in 6th. Again, about right where he should be. Craig Hart in 7th. A good bounce back from last week. Dirty Hippo is consistently between 6th and 9th all night tonight, so 8th place for him in the points is nice and decent. For Adversary as well,
oh no!
I think he bin it. What happened there of Adversary? What happened there at the end? Something's happened there.
I don't know. I have to watch it back. I don't know if he crossed the line or not.
He crossed the line and ran out of fuel.
Okay. That is. I mean, are you going to give him that position, or does that just count as a DNF?
Yeah, he came across the line.
Okay. Well, there you go. So beads of sweat there were rolling off the head of Adversary, but
No, he
looks like
couldn't
he's
get
going
back
to
to
get
the
his
pit
points.
road under his own. Therefore, he loses.
Well, if only. If only. That is a great
It's
race.
the actual rules, to be fair.
It is the actual rule, but yeah.
We're not going to be too Hitler-esque. That's fine.
Not going to give him a penalty for being under the weight limit.
Yeah. Well, it's a great race tonight. On time. Good start. Lots of drama. Lots of stuff happening in that race. So a big thank you to all the drivers that took part tonight. And listen, if you are interested, we are going to be putting out the feelers for a VFL NASCAR 25 night on Saturday evening. So if you are a driving racing fan, even if you haven't got the game, but if you do have it, please get involved. We'll put a post out for it probably on Friday. But NASCAR 25 race night on Saturday evening. It should be a good one. See what the feelers and the interest is looking like, and who knows, maybe that will become another side game that we venture into. Big congratulations again to Alex Caru. So hopefully we get to see him next week. A brilliant, brilliant race from him. And for Vero Kieran, another day, another week, another track, no points on the board. How many more times can he not get points over the line, miss races because of his sleep pattern, or crash out because of an incident, and still win the championship? He needs to start finishing races. He needs to start kind of completing tracks. That's the only way you can really say it here. Hopefully we see him complete next week. Big thank you to everyone tonight. Thank you. And of course, reminder to everyone, if you did have any incidents, please submit it to the FIA. The relevant admins will look over it, review it, and then adjudicate any penalties that
Specifically,
are
Matt.
required.
Send them all to Matt.
Yeah, send them all to MKW, every single one.
Why are you doing this?
And they'll be looked into tonight.
MKW
You'll have an answer.
1997 on Xbox.
You'll have an answer by tomorrow morning as to whether or not it's a penalty or not.
You really will not.